famous podcaster recently shared a powerful life lesson that every corporate senior leader needs to hear. No one, and I mean no one, is coming to save you. Your company invests thousands in training you so that you can build their enterprise. But in this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to redirect the same strategy to invest in your own line item and be able to build your profitable side business. So let's dig in and let's get you to optionality. Today's episode is sponsored by Billy Keels Advisory Services. If you want to learn more about how to make your 99 optional, just go to makeitoptional.com. Once again, that's makeitoptional.com.
Helping you build freedom without losing your edge. This is the Going Long podcast with Billy Keels.
Another one of the main reasons that I love these solo episodes is I can share just different ideas, very specific tactics and general concepts and strategies. And you know that I love the podcast platform, of course, and not just my own. I also enjoy learning and listening from others. And there's something that recently I actually saw one of the video versions. It was a short clip. And I thought, you know what? I actually need to share something with you because there's something that I see over and over and over again, especially when it comes to conversations happening early on with people who eventually join me in the Executive Edge advisory program. But the thing that I saw was from a fellow podcaster. I'll call him a fellow podcaster. This guy's like light years way ahead of me in terms of production and all that other kind of stuff. But the thing he doesn't have is you, which I think is awesome. But there's a guy named Chris Williamson, and Chris has a very popular podcast. And this video clip that I saw of him, it talks about really being able to share life lessons in 60 seconds. And it was the first life lesson that he shared that is absolutely important for you to hear today, especially if you're a corporate senior leader and you are building a profitable side business, or you've been thinking about building a profitable side business. Because the one thing that he says, the very first thing that he says in terms of life lessons in 60 seconds is, no one is coming to save you. Let me say that again. No one is coming to save you. I share that with you because you are on the path. You're already a high performer in your corporate role, and you've been getting that noise. It's been getting louder and louder. That inner voice is getting louder, talking to you. Hey, listen, there's also something else that you can do aside from being in the top talent program in your corporate role, being promotable, making a lot of money, is being able to also recognize that you want to be able to get to that point where you're making the money and you're also making your role optional. Because what you really want more than anything else is truly to be in control of your time, that famous 168 a week. You want to truly control it, and you want to be able to also recognize that you are capable of generating your own income. You don't have to be dependent on the corporate machine's paycheck and benefits. But the thing is, no one's coming to save you. What does that actually mean? What am I talking about? Well, as you are going through this day to day, you're enjoying your role, this voice is getting louder, you start recognizing that the more hours that you're working inside of the machine, traveling planes, trains, automobiles, all that kind of stuff, that every day there's less and less time for you, for your loved ones to do the things that you really want to do, when you want to do, with whom you want to do them. You've got this side business, and usually one or two scenarios. Either you're still thinking, or you're like me and you're overthinking the side business that you want to get started. Recovering perfectionist here. If you're watching the video version, put my hand up, of course. Or you've started the side business and you realize that, hey, listen, getting all of these different pieces in order is a little bit more challenging than I thought. And so now you're a bit stuck. Maybe you're a bit overwhelmed because you're wanting to continue to perform at work, and at the same time you want to get the side business to start to scale. Maybe that's the challenge, because you continue to do things on your own because you're a high achiever. You've been able to do most of the things on your own and be able to do it that way. But there's something that happens when you continue to just go at it alone and you're trying to figure it out as you go. there's a cost that comes with that, because if there's not a true understanding of the theory, and then as you put it into practice, you have someone that can help you with guided action, there's a chance that you're going to pay 100% for a lot of mistakes that are along the way. And that means that's going to cost you ultimately in time, in effort, in energy, and potentially even in money, currency, if you will. And so you realize all these things are coming together, but at the end of the day, you're trying to do this stuff on your own. And there's the thing that I want to help just shed some light on. It's what Chris Williamson said: no one's coming to save you as it relates to your side business. So what I mean by that is there is a strong tendency to say, hey, listen, you know what? Or there's more than a strong tendency, you tend to overlook something that's extremely obvious. So I want to be one of the first people to ever shine the light on this, because I don't hear many people talking about this. And hopefully after this, everyone will be talking about this. But timestamp this, figure out when is it being talked about now, and when are we going to start hearing more and more about this? And it is the fact that when you are working at a very large multinational, you are in a market leader. You are the leader within the market leaders. But one of the main reasons for that is because your company, your large multinational, is constantly investing in you. They are putting their money where their mouth is. And what I mean by that is, think of all of the times that you are in these different training classes that are training you either on a particular technical skill, on a soft skill. They're constantly available. You have online learning, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Why? Because you're getting the theory. You're constantly getting the theory. And every single day that you go out onto or into the field, you have an opportunity to put that theory into practice. But there is a constant investment in you, both in financial resources, in third parties who are coming in to help you to understand how you can be a better leader, to help you how you can be better at this particular sales methodology. Today it's MEDDIC. In the past it's been SPIN, or maybe it's been Challenger Sales. All of those are investments that your company is putting into you. That's the financial side. And then there is actually the time side, because you're sitting in the workroom or in the classroom, you're there with the instructor and you're getting the theory. And they're there to help you, usually with the theory, and then sometimes following up with the practice. Never forget that your company is actively investing in you, because they are market leaders and they want market leaders on the front line. So they're putting their money where their mouth is. Now, you want to go after, and you are in the process of obtaining optionality. And so you have to invest in you to be able to be the leader in optionality. Let me say that again. You have to be willing to invest in you, on you, so that you are the leader in optionality. That's the way it works. It's the exact same thing. Because being a market leader, getting investment, and being able to invest your time, effort, and energy so that you can continue to perform at the top of your game, it is exactly the same when you are investing in yourself, your time, your effort, your energy, and your financial resources so that you are at the top of the optionality game. It works exactly the same. Please do not ever forget it. It works exactly the same. But the thing that happens is, when you actually recognize this, you're no longer a corporate line item. There is no learning and development budget, because it has to be created, right? There wasn't a learning and development budget in the beginning, but because large organizations have recognized that this is extremely important to make sure that there is constantly the theory and the follow-up for the practice for their leaders so that they become market-leading organizations, just follow the best practice. You've been doing it your entire career. That's all you have to do. This time it's about redirecting it and investing in yourself. Understanding where you are and the value in your journey, and recognizing that it minimizes the opportunity costs, because you're investing in yourself, you're investing your finances, you're investing your time in being able to build that skill. Because at the end of the day, if you're looking to add value to your side business, you're going to get the value out of it that you put into it. Let me say it again. You're going to get the value out of it that you put into it. And to be a market leader in corporate, there was investment of time, effort, energy, and finances, and you're going to need to do the same. Now, let me just be the first to say, I know it's going to be uncomfortable, because for most of your life, you've thought Everybody else comes first. Let me invest in let me do the things that we need to do at the house. We need to do with the kids. We need to do with Susie, with Bobby, with whoever. And you always come last. It's a reality because that's how you lived most of your life. But also at this point, you're the one who's going after optionality. So you have to be able to continue to, just like you do in your corporate, you take the time to sit in the seat to ask for the budget. In the beginning, it starts out just sitting in the seats. The higher you move up the corporate chain, I know, now you're asking for that budget for your executive coach, for your private this, for your private that. But now it's being able to say, okay, I'm going to make the investment in myself. You're going to make the investment in yourself because you're worth it. Yes, you are. And if nobody else is telling that to you or sharing that with you, please let me be the first. You are absolutely worth the investment in yourself. I struggled with it for a really long time. But the first time I actually made that first almost 6-digit investment in myself, didn't know what to do. Paid that much money to one person. Didn't know what to do. Maybe that's not where you're going to go, but don't be afraid to invest in yourself. That's one of the best things that you can do. You've been very successful doing that in corporate. It just didn't come out of your line item. Now, this is your journey. It's your line item as well. Right? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. I can get it. So the thing that happens is, as you do this and you go down this path, because once again, like Chris Williamson said, no one's coming to save you. The dream is big enough. You're going to go after it. I know you will. And it's going to help you because you're going to get to the decisions that you need to make. You're going to get to them faster. And the fact that you are not wasting time, the most valuable asset in the world, because everyone gets 168, 24 times 7 days a week. That's 168 hours. And you're going to make decisions faster. When you're investing in yourself, you're getting frameworks, you're getting ideas, you're having guided action. You have someone that's there by your side, someone who's been there before you. Because at the end of the day, you and I both know, but you're maybe a little bit, well, not maybe, but you're shy about recognizing it. There is no better investment that you can make than in yourself. Because you are a high achiever, you will get what you need, you will set your North Star, and you will adjust along the way. I think it's one of the things we need to remember. What Chris Williamson said is no one's coming to save you. So it's a matter of being prepared. It's a matter of recognizing that, yep, this is also your path. Be prepared to do that. Then you may be fortunate enough and you are at such a forward-thinking company that they are willing to invest in you as well. The smartest companies would do that because then they know that you really care about what you're doing, keeping you there. Right? But listen, if you've ever struggled with this and it still feels uncomfortable, you want to chat about it, you know where to find me. Easy to find, leave a review. You can find me on LinkedIn. If we're not already connected, if you've got my email, go ahead and shoot me an email. If you've got my phone number, give me a call. Let me know you listened to the episode. And if you know somebody who has struggled with being able to invest in themselves and then being able to value themselves, help them to understand the amount of time, the time that they can never get back. That is the thing that could be the most costly of all. Share today's episode and then show them that you care. Go over, give them a call, meet them for coffee, have your favorite beverage, like I always say, but most importantly, show them that you actually care after you share today's episode. And while you're doing that, guess where I'll be? I'll be right here preparing for the next episode. So until then, go out and make it a great day. And thank you very, very much.